Hey guys, Pit Pyro here, and welcome to my, first real video that's not really just memeing and editing and stuff. So, in today's video, I'll be going over every single Rainbow Six Siege map as of Operation Burnt Horizon, the ideas and the backstories, and I'll be doing the maps in alphabetical order. This is probably just going to be a part 1 first, because it really takes a long time to go and research through all of them, but they are actually quite interesting, and some of them even have media made on them, which is really interesting. So, I'm going to start off with Bank, an iconic encounter for the LA SWAT forces. This map depicts an assault on a major bank. The focus is on providing a sense of progression of the attackers as they make their way through the more fortified building. Released with the base game, and it's a nice and generic base to start off. While there have been many bank robberies in the United States and all over the world because it's just common, this one best reminds me of the North Hollywood shootout, in which two gunmen kitted up with heavy Kevlar suits covering nearly their entire bodies, armed with Noriko Type 56S and Noriko Type 56S1, Chinese variants of the ever-popular AK-47, and that were legally modded to be full auto, and also equipped with up to 100-round drum magazines, also illegal in the state of California, 9mm pistols and other armaments, and they took on 300 LAPD officers, injuring 11 and several other civilians. SWAT are eventually called after the second police officer down, and after the SWAT arrive, and many hours after, the perpetrators are both killed. There's actually a documentary on this, and I'm going to leave the link in the description below if anyone is interested. Another thing about this is this attack took place at a Bank of America institution, and if you haven't noticed, well, the actual bank in Rainbow Six Siege is the National Bank of America, or something like that, and it literally says that when you go to the reception area in-game. So this makes me believe it's heavily based off the Bank of America and this particular shootout. Again, there's a whole thing in the description about the whole documentary and everything that happened. Alright, now we move on to Ballarat U, released with the base game and the final campaign mission, in which the White Mask organization commits a chemical attack on a university. To be honest, I couldn't find any reasonable connection. Both recorded attacks in Massachusetts in schools, knife related, and I couldn't find any speck of relation to chemical warfare. So I'm just going to put this down as any other school shooting, and there are a lot of those, so I'm just going to leave it at that so I don't get demonetized. Oh wait, I'm not a YouTube partner. Haha, okay. Border, probably my favorite one, not my favorite map, but the favorite backstory. So, Border. Somewhere in the Middle East, Team Rainbow has been called in to assist local law enforcement to regain control of the border. A mix of old and new construction and open airway paths featuring Blackbeard and Valkyrie's new playable characters, released in 2016 in Operation Dust Storm. I thought to myself, in a Middle Eastern state that would allow American forces to assist in counter-terrorism operation, there's not that many, so I settled on Jerusalem. After about 15 minutes of digging, I found it. The Karani border crossing attack on Thursday, January 13th, 2005. At around 2245 hours, a squad of 3 Palestinian militants armed with AK-47s and hand grenades parked a truck loaded with 200 pounds of explosives on the Palestinian side of the fence near the iron door that separates the Israeli and Palestinian sides at the Canary border crossing checkpoint. At 2245 hours, the squad detonated the explosives, which created a hole through the iron door. Immediately afterwards, the militants penetrated into the Israeli side of the Canary, crossing through the hole in the iron door. The military squad threw grenades and fired their assault weapons at Israeli civilians on the site. 6 Israeli civilians were killed, along with the 3 gunmen, after exchanging fire with the much better trained and equipped force of the Israeli soldiers. Okay, now we move on to Chalet. Chalet. French words. Chalet. And it's a problem again. I couldn't really find much resemblance between a IRL thing. So what I went with was the Goldenberg restaurant attack, which was the Jesgo Goldenberg restaurant was a bombing and shooting attack on a Jewish restaurant in Paris's district. I chose this because it's a recreational one. Now, Chalet is sort of a ski resort, and there are ski resorts attacks, but they're only arsons and not really assault or terrorism based. On the 9th of August 1982, carried out by the Arnaby organization, a group of splintered from Fatah, I don't know how to say that exactly, two assailants threw a hand grenade into the dining room and then rushed in with them and fired machine guns. They killed 6 people, including 2 Americans, and Van Zayte, and a curator of the Chicago Historical Society, and Grace Culture. They also injured 22 others. I chose this specific one because it's related to recreational centers. Alright, now we move on to Clubhouse, based in Germany, released with the base game. This map depicts an assault on a biker gang clubhouse, featuring a full bar, gaming tables, leather furniture, and the mixed interior/exterior layouts of the host of interesting tactical possibilities for both attackers and defenders. I selected the 1993 Solingen arson attack, which was described as maybe a racist attack by individuals linked with neo-Nazis. If you haven't noticed, there are hints of nationalism in the clubhouse and stuff like that. There's also the logo of the club, which is basically up everywhere, and is sort of similar to the Sons of Anarchy logo. That's Sons of Anarchy is a TV show. So yeah, on the night of the 28th to 29th of May 1993, 4 young German men belonging to the far-right skinhead scene with neo-Nazi ties set fire to a house of large Turkish family in Solingen, in the northwest Rhine-Westphalia, Germany. 3 girls and 2 women died. 14 other family members, including several children, were injured, and some of them were severely injured. The attack led to violent protests by the Turks in several German cities and to large demonstrations of the German expressing solidarity with the Turkish victims. In October 1995, the perpetrators were convicted of arson and murder, and given prison sentence of between 10 and 15 years. The convictions were upturned on appeal. Okay, now we move on to Coastline. Team Rainbow has been called to the safeguard of the seashore of Isabela, Spain. 2 of GEO's most resourceful operators have been sent to provide a unique tactical experience to the unit stationed in Isabela's rocky shore, course through the Ballarat ruins, and navigate the booming bars that neutralize the threat. Get ready for a surrounded flow of combat laced with chaotic rushes as you explore a paradise gone wrong. Coastline was released in 2017 in Operation Velvet Shield. The best thing I got out of this from research is the 1980 Marcinian attack, and it was a mass shooting and gun attack by the Basque Separatist Organization, ETA, which occurred on the 20th of September 1980 near the Basque town of Marcinia. The targets were a group of off-duty civil guards having lunch in a bar in the town. 4 civil guards were killed. The attack was one of the deadliest of 1980, the year when ETA killed more people and injured more than any others. The bar usually served around 20 customers during lunchtime and was popular with civil guards, as it was only about 200 meters away from the barracks in town. The main entrance was normally closed at lunchtimes after the bar had been filled, with a back entrance available for latecomers. At 1440, only 8 people were present in the bar, including 2 bar workers, 2 postal workers, and 4 civil guards, when a man aged around 25 entered the bar and had a drink before leaving. Shortly after, Lorena Latria, the 15-year-old daughter of the bar owner who had been cleaning the tables, answered a knock at the back door. 3 men entered the bar and proceeded to go to the table where the civil guards were stationed at and were eating, producing their machine guns, and they quickly shot the civilian guards in the head and the throat. All of the guards were killed instantly. The men escaped in a car whose owner was later found bound up and gagged near a hill in the town of Elagolbaya. His car had been hijacked at gunpoint by the 4 men 1 hour before the attack. The subsequent forensic sweep of the bar found numerous shell casings favored by the ETA, according to security forces. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up part 1. I hope you enjoyed, because, I don't know, just enjoyed in general. This is my first, well, major proper video, so I'd appreciate any constructive criticism and stuff like that. But granted, since I only have 2 subscribers and both of them are my accounts, I doubt anybody's gonna see this, but maybe a few. Okay guys, this is Pit Pyro signing off. See you soon.